Yeah. Well, Oldface is a Chicago legend. Okay. Back in the 90s, there was this guy who was in his 20s named Oldface. Why? Because he had a face that looked like a 30-year-old, 36, 37-year-old man. Since he was little, he always looked grown. He just had a grown looking face, an old face. And it just stuck. They called him Old Face, and there it is. His name was forever Old Face. So Old Face, his problem is he don't know when not to be loyal. Like, he's loyal to a fault, he sticks his loyalty and his neck out for everybody. And it costs him relationships, it costs him a lot of different things. But mostly trust. So Old Face didn't trust what was going on in his unit and what he was representing. What's good? So Old Face is like, look, I don't like what's going on here. I don't really trust my guys, this and that. So he used to be GD, then he switched to a Four Corner Hustler, and that was a big transition for Old Face. So all of them used to be folks, mostly all of them flipped to, basically denounced against the disciples. And me, I never gangbanged, but I never could understand how somebody could rep a gang and then stop and represent another gang. I was always told to be leery of people like that. It's snakes. So Old Face pulled a trick on these dudes, right? He went and did it. He went because he's in real estate as well. Old Face then blew up, man. Took over all the commodities, started banging all these white girls, and that's what got him messed up. Banging white girls. Should have did it. Should have stayed getting money. Now Old Face is out of the game. Oh, that was about the vice president making that statement and when that Obama addressed her in the Oval Office. We had to show again that Donald Trump is a guy stuck in the middle. Oh damn, it's past the point of no return, huh? Alright, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. What's up, T? Yeah, so Old Face, he had a homeboy they called Gremlin. Gremlin got locked up. He met Gremlin when they was locked up, but they knew of each other. So when he came home, it was Old Face and Gremlin back on their grind. They had so much in common. Both of them go get locked up in the same facility. then did everything, and next thing you know, he's taking tutelage over there by I think you should be able to get away with it. You do it tomorrow. The narrative never changed though with these guys. Most of these guys, they milk your name, they milk everything about you. But this dude went and got it the way he wanted to get it. And he didn't feel sorry, he just played in the league. But he's known because of the popularity of what they gave up to get him. So he stuck it to the coach. He stuck him for damn fouls. Nah, I don't want to be responsible for that. Hold on. No, T, it's just that looking half asleep. No, it's pitch black. Let me show you something. Look, it's pitch black. But I mean, I am tired. I'm always tired. But it's pitch black, man. No, Oldface, he laid down the groundwork, like all foundation for the things to be done. Oldface laid it down. And since Gremlin was home, them two was like peas in a pod. It was not safe for a lot of people, and they were the reasons why. So I remember when Oldface came back, and it was, I want to say 94, 95. He had did like 6 months for something. He copped out and only did 6 months, and then he had to go to halfway house. And I remember him saying, well, if I do this, then such and such and such and such is gonna be doing this. So, right off the bat, Oldface and Gremlin was doing such and such and such and such. Back to their ways. Now, Oldface, He's known. He normally was doing stuff on his own before Gremlin came back home, and them two, they met in jail, heard of each other through legend. So they met in prison. So when he came home, it was like, yo, we bored. So them two together, they back doing their thing. Then, all of a sudden, what happens? Yeah. Jealousy, people in between start talking. And then when people start talking too damn much, they start screwing up. So all of a sudden, Oldface started talking about how he was doing this, and really Gremlin ain't did nothing. He ain't shown like he a Gremlin. Now, see, this is Gremlin in the 90s. Nobody was called Gremlin in the 90s. Really. I mean, like now, everybody talk about Super Gremlin. And I'm a Super Gremlin. But before that, Gremlin wasn't even a known name for everybody. That just meant you was really old. So, Oldface said, you know what? I ain't finna deal with homeboy no more. Because everybody giving him all this credit when it's really me doing everything. And you might be like, and the credit is illegal activity. So you want credit and you mad because nobody patting you on the back for illegal activities. I'm serious. Nobody's patting him on the back for nothing illegal. So Oldface getting jealous of Gremlin. So they got a card. It's not a card party, but it's a party. People playing cards. So while they playing cards, all of a sudden, they sitting there talking, and Gremlin saying something, telling the story. Man, ain't what I heard. Oldface like, ain't what I heard. I ain't gonna say you ain't putting in no action. I'm just saying, you kind of go along for the ride. He was like, what you talking about? Yeah, I do mine. Like I do my part, and so they playing cards, and next thing you know, Gremlin ends up punching Oldface. Like, bam! Nigga, I own my man. What? Think somebody's scared of you, man? Look, I did work too. I did this. So everybody talking King He-Man stuff, right? And Oldface is like, all right, I'm gonna see you. So right now, everybody knows somebody finna go. The neighborhood is instigating it. Like, ooh, somebody finna go. Somebody finna get killed. So the neighborhood is instigating the whole damn thing, waiting for somebody to go. Now, the only person that did something was Miss McIntyre. So Miss McIntyre said, y'all ain't killing each other. She wasn't gonna let that happen. She got them both sat down and started talking to them and said, y'all ain't finna kill each other over something stupid. She said, matter of fact, y'all finna help me. Y'all gonna help me get these young boys in this neighborhood straight. Y'all gonna help me get them under control, because they looking at y'all right now and they acting a fool. And she said, you remember Daniel? You remember him? And Oldface is like, yeah, I remember little Daniel. Said little Daniel done been to juvie 3 times. And he about to get charged as an adult. He's like, he just got this case. He out on bail. He finna go back. He finna do some time on this. He don't know what he doing out here, and somebody gonna hurt him. He needs you. That's your job. Cause y'all created these kids acting like that. They were looking up to y'all, and y'all just doing nothing but nonsense. And look at them. Y'all done told them up, and now y'all talking about killing each other. So what you think they gonna do? So Gremlin, Oldface said, I never do that. I'd never do you dirty like that, bro. Never do you dirty. And as soon as I would say a couple years later, they ended up doing a neighborhood watch in Chicago. They had their own battalions, policing the streets, trying to keep people safe before the city came in and did what they did and gentrified the area. So now it's chaos where they live. You got people who ain't from over there and people who are from over there. So they did their part, as much as they could. It was a truce amongst all the gangs at one point in the 90s. And then they was like, we ain't finna miss this boat. No more weed talk. It was all about coke. They knew how to get it. Celebrities wanted it. And they needed somebody who knew how to get it and get it fast. Yeah, it is what it is. So Oldface came in, was doing his thing, and he was trying to take care of Mentor, one of the young boys in the neighborhood. Stay out of drugs, don't do that. He was adamant about it. Even though he was locked up, his mind was not locked up anymore, where he's just doing the time. He's actually making the most out of it. He's going to get his education while he was locked up, everything. Because he thought his career was vetoed by what happened. But you got to remember, there, there are plenty of other stories with him. Few people in upper society or whatever tried to downgrade her when they was trying to ask Russ why would he date a woman like that. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. But no, long story short, Oldface realized the neighborhood needed him more than the streets needed him. And once you know that the neighborhood needs you more than the streets, and you could actually do some good and make some changes. And right now, Oldface is out there with a doggone crossing guard thing. He's helping kids get crossing the street back and forth, and all it took was one other person outside of the whole thing story, and just said, "Nah, y'all ain't gonna do this. Y'all ain't killing each other." And like that's how she said it. She didn't care what school you went to, and this is what we do. We don't like them, they don't like us. It was a total like nightmare what they were doing. So that was the moral of the point. Those two were like inseparable brothers. And you see what happened, how it unfolded for the rest of the world. Well, they got bailed out, but it was essential that that happened, because if Miss McIntyre didn't do what she did, because she's gone now, rest in peace, Mrs. McIntyre. But if she didn't care so much about black life that they were willing to just discard of it easily with no hesitation, but still throw up a fist for George Floyd, so it's not making sense. Where are we making sense at? Oh, I didn't see that. DX is coming back. I mean, to me, that Attitude Era is like one of a kind. It's done. I don't think you could pull that off again. Wrestling will never be like that again. Oh, absolutely. You go ahead and get some sleep, y'all. I need some. So I definitely need some sleep. So God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night. And Gremlin, I don't know what happened to Gremlin. To be honest, Gremlin was doing that work too. So I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but it's other people that would know. Anyway, I'm out. God bless. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page at One Crack News. Well, and Carcino for life. I'm out. CET.